I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be, we have no future together. And this is actually an email I got from a woman she's 12 weeks pregnant with her first child. And she says, my boyfriend and I are 12 weeks pregnant, and he told me the other day that he wasn't worried about me anymore and only about the baby. He is leaving for Tampa on Saturday and has been very mean to me lately. He says mean things, acts like I'm not important, tells me we have no future, and he says that if it weren't for him, then I wouldn't have a baby anyway because no one would want to have a baby with me. Fuck him. He's a fucking pathetic, weak-ass little fucking bitch of a man. That's what he is. She says, he makes me feel like a burden. We did decide together to have a baby, and it was his decision, and I even gave him time to think about it when he asked me to stop taking my birth control pills. In turn, I say mean things like I don't need him and I can use the baby against him. I wouldn't do that. The idea if the guy's a fucking weak bitch, which is exactly what he sounds like, fuck him. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. He says he's cheated on me in the past, and he knows how much he hurt me, and I know this isn't right. See, you need to listen to that voice that tells you this isn't right and tells you got to listen to your heart, because your heart's telling you that this is fucking bullshit and you deserve better. He says, but I want him to feel the same hurt that I have felt in the past. Please help. Well, here, as a mother, the most important thing that you can do for your child is to make sure that you are in a relationship with a man who loves the shit out of you, who adores you, who makes you feel like a queen, who makes you feel like a princess, who celebrates you, who thinks you're awesome. And this guy obviously doesn't. He cheated on you. He doesn't respect you. Fuck him. You need to kick that piece of shit to the curb. And I'm going to tell you why. I grew up in a completely fucked up family. Both sides of the family, my mom's side of the family and my dad's side of the family, are some of the most emotionally cold, heartless people you'll ever meet in your life. It's like when I was growing up, I basically got fucking yelled at. I got the shit beat out of me. My dad was a drunk alcoholic. He was really tough when he's slapping around an 8-10-year-old kid because whatever reason he was projecting the fact that he was miserable and he hated his life or whatever was going on in his mind. And I know he wasn't very happy back then. And I love my dad. He's a great fucking guy, and all my friends love him. But at the end of the day, he's fucked up. He's totally emotionally fucked up. And like his brother is the same way. It's like you give him a hug, and it's like they don't know how to deal with affection. They never say I love you. They never hug you. It's like, so when I was growing up, my dad was a cold, emotionless dick. It was like he was just completely ignored us. He sat and he watched TV every night and fucking drank beer and pretty much just ignored my mother as she was sitting on the couch bitching at him about something. She was always bitching at him constantly, and he just ignored her and kept drinking his beer, and he was like a non-participatory father. And totally fucking ruined my childhood because the only interaction I had with my parents was getting the shit beat out of me, flung up against the walls, thrown across the room, whatever it happened to be. And my dad telling me the excuse that, if I was your age, my father used to bounce me off the walls, and I swore I'd never do that to my kids. I'm thinking, what the fuck do you think you're doing to me? And so it's like, I grew up totally fucked up emotionally, unsure of myself. I never heard the words I love you. I never got hugs. I never got affection. I never saw my parents holding hands. It wasn't just my parents. It was both sides of the family. They were just totally fucked up people. And the best thing that you can do for your child is to raise your child in a household where that child is loved, is adored, where you tell them on a daily basis how much you love them, how proud you are of them, how much you stand behind them. And your job as a mother is to uplift that child and to teach that child to believe in itself and to believe that they can accomplish anything in life, even if you don't believe it yourself. Give them the best education, and you got to work on yourself too. You want to learn about personal growth, self-help, the kind of things that I talk about here, because the better and more successful you can become in your own life and the better example that you can become to your child. I mean, the best gift that you can give your child is to be in a relationship with a man who loves you, who adores you, and appreciates you. Because if you stay with this piece of shit that's the father of your child, you're going to completely fuck your kid up and ruin their fucking lives. You're going to ruin their childhood. And I know as a mother, that's something that deep down you don't want to do. But if you stay with this fucking jerk off, you're going to ruin your kid's life. and your child's going to grow up hating you, resenting his father, even if his father's a piece of shit. Do the work on yourself. Learn what you need to learn about relationships. Have some self-respect. Get into a relationship with somebody that adores you, that loves you, that appreciates you. Maybe it takes you 5 years to find somebody like that. Who fucking cares? It'll take as long as it's going to take, because if you stay with this guy, you're going to ruin that kid's life. You're going to ruin their self-esteem. They're going to grow up thinking that they're a big steaming pile of dog shit. They're going to hate their childhood. They're going to hate you. And when they're 18 years old, they're going to take off and they're going to leave. And they're going to want nothing to do with you. And I know you're better than that. And obviously, I appreciate the fact that you reached out to me and you asked me these questions. But you deserve a great guy, and you deserve a man who will treat you like a princess, because that's what you fucking deserve. And don't you dare fucking settle. Don't you ever allow men to be around that child that don't love you and appreciate it. Because here's the bottom line. If you're with the right guy and he really loves you and he really appreciates you, he'll love your child too. And if you're with a guy that's just hanging out with you just to hook up because he likes the pussy or he has a good time, he's not going to want to be involved in your kid's life. He's not going to give a damn about your child. And it's okay to hang out and hook up with other dudes, but just do not allow them to be around your child unless you're at a point where you feel you're loved and you're validated and you're appreciated in the way that you deserve it. Because as a mom, be a great mom, and you'll have a great child. And the reason being is that your child, what you do with your child will affect the whole world. It'll affect the quality of the people that we have in this world. Because if you take better care of yourself and you raise your child properly, you're going to make the world a better place. Because the last thing we need is another fucked up kid running around in society. There's a list a mile long of things that happen that children do. I mean, you don't want to see your kid end up in jail or fucked up or homeless or anything like that, would you? I wouldn't think so. So that's a lot to think about. But tell this piece of shit to hit the fucking road. You don't need him. You can do it on your own. So if you got a question that you want to ask me, or there's a topic that you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which is going to be on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max detailing your questions, your situation, your challenges. And you just got to give me several days to get back to you with a response, because I get a lot of email from the internet. And I also get a lot of it from my paying phone coaching customers. But be patient, and I will get back to you. And if you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. And you can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab, which is going to be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, go to my website, and underneath the email sign-up box is another box that'll have a link that'll take you to the Amazon Kindle download page for my book, and you don't have to have a Kindle device to read the Kindle version of my ebook. All you have to do is, once you get to the download page on the right-hand side, there's another button you click, and that will open up a window where you can download a free Kindle e-reader app for your Android smartphone, your Android tablet, your iPad, your iPhone, your Mac, your PC, whatever electronic device you want to read it on. They've already got an app. It takes a matter of seconds to download the app and install it. And once it's installed, it only takes a few more seconds to download my book. You'll be reading it in no time. And I will talk to you soon.